workshop too. I'm talking really fast. So you're here because God, the universe, you're innate, directed you here because you have suffered a disconnect. And this is where you need to be to restore the connection, to heal, to grow, and to express your best. If you like more information, which personally, I'm an information person, if you couldn't have already gathered that from what I put up here tonight. We have a website that's got a lot of the same information on there. I have an email. Email is kind of becoming a dinosaur nowadays, but I still have an email. Facebook is probably the best way to keep in touch with me. It's a great resource because you can put something up there that you want other people to comment on, or you can send a private message that only you and I would see. All the articles that I write every week, I put them on there usually the week before I hand them out here, because the more people that see them there, the less paper, ink, stuff that I like to use. Hey, save a tree, know where the ink comes from. I'll save some of that too. You know what? You can call us on the phone too, and we'll answer the phone, or we'll get your message, and we'll get back to you. I already mentioned that one of our videos is on. I also have a video that I entered into a national contest. There was a $5,000 prize for the best informational video for patients. I got mine in 10 days before the contest ended. It started like 3 months prior to me. I hit number 12 in the nation for videos. It went up to 10th place, but then by the time it finished, it was in 12th place.
Wow.
So it's a pretty good video. I enjoyed making it, and a lot of people enjoyed it. So those are great ways to get more information, to contact me to say, hey, what do you think about this, or what do you whatever. I think that's all that I need to spout out tonight. This has been the basic workshop. Every couple of months I do a more advanced sort of workshop where we go into some of the other things that I had talked generally about tonight, about the immune system or nutrition or different levels of function and things like that. So this is the tip of the iceberg. I think it's a good start. It's those frequently asked questions that I get most commonly. Now, the science teacher in me always likes when people ask questions, so now's a great time to ask questions. I've just thrown a whole bunch of information at you, so you may still be processing and going through it.
Do you ever get to the
I do. But that, you know what, that's one of those more advanced things that not everybody walking in the door is ready to understand. But innate intelligence, okay. Going back to the 1927 chiropractic philosophy textbook. Now, this type of talk gets really deep, so if you're there, great. If you're not, you're going to get a little bit of it, okay? The philosophers say that there is a universal intelligence, God, spirit, whatever, a universal intelligence in all matter that continually gives to it all of its properties and maintains it in existence, okay? That portion of innate intelligence that is within you, that spark of life, that little bit of living energy that's different from a corpse, okay, is called your innate intelligence. According to the chiropractic philosophers, that's the term they use for it. Your innate intelligence is it's like the driver behind the sports car. The sports car can be perfectly well aligned, and that innate can communicate, boom, and can get around the track. If that innate intelligence isn't able to communicate with the body, then the brain, which it uses as a tool to coordinate function, isn't able to do its job right. So that innate intelligence is that individual spark of life, what D.D. Palmer said, the reconnecting man, the spiritual, with man, the physical. It's the spiritual part that is living in this body, expressing in matter. And it's our job as chiropractors, our ultimate job, to reconnect this so that the spirit can express itself in matter. Because I believe we came into this world to experience this world, to have a physical experience, And if we're not able to work through this tool to do that physical experience, then we're not going to get the most out of our life. So we could talk for hours, I could go on for hours and hours with innate intelligence and the 33 chiropractic principles. Yeah. What about it? Holistic healing is a big, broad term where you've got nutrition, you've got chiropractic, you've got massage, you've got acupuncture. All of them have their focus, right? And some chiropractors are like the jack of all trades. They want to do, a little bit of nutrition. They want to do a little bit of exercise. They want to do a little bit of this. I know that the chiropractic adjustment is what I am specialized at. There are people who specialize in exercise, whether it's the fitness exercise over here at the Y, or it's the physical therapist over here doing the pain management type physical exercise. If people ask me about that, I will tell them, look, this is how to get the most out of exercise. Get with a personal trainer who's going to work with you one-on-one, who's going to watch you, is going to instruct you, is going to do this and this and this, and be there to make sure you do it right. If you're having a pain thing that you want exercises for, let's get you hooked up with a physical therapist that's going to do the exercises to you first, and then teach you one-on-one how to get the most out of it.
See, that's what happened. I never had no physical therapy after I had a stroke or anything.
And so holistic, I think that the use of the term, for instance, alternative, means that you do this or this. My perspective is complementary care. Let's get all of these folks who specialize in these niches on your team. And that's how you get the best results. Because what I do best is the chiropractic adjustment. I know a lot about nutrition. I know a lot about exercise. But there are people that know more about that than I do. And yeah, I can give you some basic information, but if you really want to make headway with that, let's get you hooked up with somebody who specializes in that. These are great ways.
Basically,
If you have questions, and because right now it's, you go into a doctor's office, you got, okay, I want to ask this and this and this, and you get 3 of them out, and there's 5 of them that you didn't get to answer, get answers to. Great ways to get in touch with me.
Does it hurt?
Oh, yes, terribly. Okay, here's the thing. Have you ever gone and exercised, and the next day you go, oh, I'm never doing that again? Some people, now here's the thing. I would say between 85 and 90% of people have a noticeable improvement in how they feel after their first adjustment. There's a few people who feel worse after their first adjustment, and they've really got a long way to go because they're so far down here that to get to there, they got to do some work. And there's a very, very small segment of people that don't notice any change. Now, here's the thing about those people who don't notice any change. They're probably already functioning at a pretty high level. And it's the thing about children who don't have really any obvious problems but need to be adjusted. You don't know what that problem would have been like 10, 20, 30, 60, 80 years down the road because it got cleared up here and didn't lead to that progressive degeneration. So people respond very differently. Now, I'll tell you, my first adjustment was not pleasant because I had just been whiplashed in a car accident and I was already hurting. But it was about a week to 10 days that it was like, my goodness,